Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're journeying back in time, way back, to uncover the story of the first peoples of North America, the Paleo-Indians. Grab your virtual hiking boots, because we're about to explore a continent transformed by the end of the Ice Age. Imagine a world over 12,000 years ago. By 10,000 BC, humans had established themselves across the vast, wild landscapes of North America. These weren't just scattered groups, they were thriving communities, masters of survival in a harsh and changing environment. So, who were these pioneering people? Initially, the Paleo-Indians were big game hunters, and when I say big, I mean big. They pursued colossal Ice Age megafauna creatures like the woolly mammoth and the mastodon. Think about the skill, courage, and cooperation it would take to hunt an animal the size of a modern-day bus with nothing more than stone-tipped spears. These hunts were epic undertakings that provided food, clothing, and tools for entire communities. The Folsom and Clovis points, beautifully crafted spearheads found across the continent, are silent testaments to their incredible ingenuity and hunting prowess. But the world was warming up. As the massive glaciers retreated northward, the ecosystems they supported began to shift dramatically. The giant mammals, unable to adapt to the new climate and vegetation, started to disappear. The age of the mammoth was coming to an end. This could have been a disaster for the Paleo-Indians, but they were nothing if not adaptable. Faced with the extinction of their primary food source, they pivoted. What was the next biggest thing on the menu? The bison. Vast herds of bison roamed the Great Plains, and the Paleo-Indians developed sophisticated techniques to hunt them. They organized massive, coordinated drives, cleverly using the natural landscape like cliffs and arroyos to trap and harvest the animals. This transition from mammoth to bison hunting shows just how resilient and resourceful these early peoples were. But hunting wasn't the whole story. Survival is about diversifying your options. Over time, foraging became just as crucial as the hunt. Women, men, and children would learn the secrets of the land, gathering wild berries, nutritious seeds, and edible plants. This wasn't just casual snacking, it was a deep botanical knowledge passed down through generations, ensuring a stable food supply even when the hunt was unsuccessful. This balanced approach to subsistence laid the groundwork for the next great revolution in human history. And that revolution began not in the plains, but further south, in the highlands of central Mexico. Around 8000 BC, a monumental shift occurred. The Paleo-Indians there did something extraordinary. They became the very first farmers in the Americas. They began to domesticate wild plants, selectively breeding them to create new, more reliable food sources. What were these miracle crops? You might know them as the Three Sisters: corn, beans, and squash. Corn, or maize, started as a wild grass called teosindi. Through centuries of careful cultivation, it was transformed into the staple food that would support civilizations. Beans provided essential protein, and squash offered vital nutrients. Together, they formed a perfect agricultural system. This agricultural knowledge wasn't kept a secret. It was a powerful idea, and powerful ideas tend to spread. Slowly but surely, the practice of farming migrated northward, passed from one group to another along ancient trade and communication networks. It was a slow diffusion, taking thousands of years to travel up the continent. By 3000 BC, this revolutionary new way of life had reached the arid valleys of what we now call Arizona and New Mexico. Here, the descendants of the Paleo-Indians, like the people known to archaeologists as the Hohokam, took farming to the next level, living in a desert environment. They couldn't just rely on rainfall. So, they engineered incredible, primitive irrigation systems, digging miles of canals to channel river water to their fields of corn. This innovation allowed them to build larger, more permanent settlements and laid the foundation for the incredible Pueblo cultures that would follow. From Ice Age mammoth hunters to sophisticated desert farmers, the story of the Paleo-Indians is a powerful saga of adaptation, innovation, and resilience. They didn't just survive in ancient America, they shaped it, leaving a legacy that is woven into the very fabric of the continent. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible journey back in time. If you found this fascinating, please hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss our next historical adventure. See you in the next video.